Hi, I'm Cynthia for Artbeads Cafe, and today I'm talking with Cheri.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hi, Cheri. How are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
Good, good. We are showing something pretty simple today, but it's still out there, and people use them a lot.
Right.
And we thought, why not doing something with elasticity? So we're talking about stretch bracelet today. And the reason is because we wanted to find out some other ways to use, to make a stretch bracelet. And also because there's so much fun to do.
There's so much fun, and with so many beads to choose from,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The possibilities are endless.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have to say also that the stretch material is getting much better. It's stronger than it used to be. Of course, it's not going to last 20 years.
Right, right.
But you know what? Have fun with it, and then if you want to remake it and put a jewelry wire, it's fun too. So we use the elasticity from Beadalon. We really like that brand, and we have two sizes. One is 0.5 millimeter, and another one is 0.8.
Right.
And depending on the size of your bead, this is what we choose. So they came in two different sizes of spool. This is 100 meters, and this is a 25 meters. So we like using the big spool because then we can go crazy.
A lot, right?
We did go crazy.
Yeah.
So Cheri, yours are a little particular. You did something different. You used 2-hole beads, and I love that.
Right. Well, we have so many wonderful 2-hole beads, and so that was kind of my starting point.
Right.
And I'll start here with this gorgeous Swarovski 2-hole round spike bead, and comes in this really yummy, deep, vivid blue. And so I knew I just wanted to try something with that.
Right.
And these check glass 2-hole beads fit perfect with it. The holes line up just right. And so I thought, you know, how simple is that? Just alternating.
It is.
And it's just 2 strands of the elasticity. Just run one strand through and knot it, and then run the second strand through and
that
knot
was
it. Yeah, so super easy. And then I did this one, sort of a companion, fun to stack.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Isn't that pretty? With the beautiful fire polish.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you use the 8 millimeters or the?
I used the 8.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think on all the pieces that I did, I used the 8. It's a little sturdier, but if you have the finer bead holes, then you need to go with the finer, depending on the effect you're looking for. But
yes.
Yeah. Then I kind of went crazy with the spike beads.
You did.
This is a gorgeous hexagon shape, and again, just I think stacks so pretty with these square beads.
Tiles,
and I love the finish on the tile beads. That matte really makes the shiny pop.
It does.
And then we have again the beautiful fire polish in really yummy colors. I think this one's called poppy seed.
Oh, really?
That sounds yummy to me.
It is pretty.
I love that. And then the warmer, real soft kind of bronzy color. Again, the hex.
Right.
And then the square.
Wow, look at that in black.
Isn't that pretty with the matte and then the shiny?
Yes.
So I thought those were a lot of fun. And you could wear all of them together. You can mix it up. It's just such a pretty color palette. That rich yet soft.
It is, yes. And there you have 3 strands. Wow.
Yeah, so this one is, although it looks a little complicated, basically it's just 3 strands, and we have these fun little 2-hole cabochon beads. They have texture on them. And then the fun color play.
Right.
So the center thread is woven. You put the center beads on first, and then you kind of weave into them from the outsides for the outer 2 rows. So really simple.
Really?
And then each one again is knotted separate. It's not, you know, like a woven thing.
Right.
It's just 3 strands, but you are weaving 1 strand into some existing beads.
Okay.
As you add new beads.
Okay.
So really easy. And then this one, I used the same pretty little cabochon beads, but then just did simple double, 2 strands. through with the smaller beads. And then look how pretty that is
I like
together.
the different effects. The same cabochon, but then you have different size of beads in between.
Right.
So different.
And again, so pretty by themselves, but really fun together. And then these are just single strands, but I love stacking.
Exactly.
And so how fun to pull in a little extra color. I thought the green in this would pull out the green in these beads. So pretty, and then you can mix them up. So yeah, a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun with those colors.
So you did the same here too. This is a 3
Right,
strand.
exactly the same, just a different color palette.
Okay.
So the same
right, and
bead.
different size of beads too.
Right, the outside beads are a little
Right.
smaller. And that same gorgeous fire polish just pulls out the colors in those cabochons. I think they're so pretty.
That's
But the
pretty.
technique is exactly the same.
Okay, and then those to go with. It's
Yeah.
really cute also. Love these. That's very cool.
Fun palettes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is how I worked also. I wanted to do, like you say, stacked bracelets. So I work with colors, with a color palette. And I started with this blue. I love the turquoise.
Me too.
And I wanted to put spaces and charm on them. So on this one, for example, I use Tiraka spaces and bead cap. I thought, why not? You know,
That's
making
pretty.
a pretty bracelet. And I concentrate a lot of how can I hide the knot.
I didn't.
Yeah, and
Right.
that's your choices.
Yeah.
Me, I'm very picky when I finish something, and I really wanted to hide it. So I was trying to find ways to hide. And on this, for example, I was able to put the knot in the big tube. The same, I wanted everything to match together. I thought that was really cute.
That's beautiful.
And again, the knot is in between somewhere,
Nice.
those spaces. And then I thought, what about a charm? That would be cute. And I actually, yes, and you see here I have one bead only. It's because the knot is under that.
Under there.
So I did the knot there.
And then did you use adhesive?
I did.
Okay.
A little, yes. Yes, and those are big beads, so they're great for hiding the knots too. So
Beautiful.
the knot is kind of glue inside. And I use a gemstone here. That's a lapis.
Gorgeous.
And then some glass bead. I thought that was a really fun. Yeah, I just love that with the charm and the spaces. And then I did the same here. I wanted to have some big beads also, and those big spaces, they're great for hiding the knot. And talking about the knot, I have to say that you have to check on the design studio. We have a video where Cheri shows how to knot with elasticity. Great video. Thank you, Cheri. Because I was doing my knot first, and then they keep going, falling apart. Right. So I thought, I remember Cheri did the video.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's a little trick to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just want to point this out because you said at the end you pulled all the thread together to tighten the knot. And I was doing it, but my knot couldn't stay. Okay. So I watched the video again. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Well, I was putting on only 2 strings.
So a standard knot.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
instead of pulling on
the
4 of
pulling.
them.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, at the end.
Yeah.
So I realized that was my mistake. When you pull on the 4 of them, then your knot is really
helps.
strong.
Okay.
Yes, so watch very carefully.
Yeah. And it uses a surgeon's knot.
Right.
So that sounds scary and technical, but it's just one little more, more little wrap around the cord is all before you pull it. And I find that if you pull that very first one very tight, then you have more success.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But none of mine have glue, and all my knots are showing. And so I always check to make sure that those knots are going to hold, and exactly by pulling all 4, and then I'll pull the 2 just to make sure.
Yes.
And they that knot, when it's done well, holds really well.
Yes,
so,
it was definitely a great tip. So I was able to
Good.
finish what I was doing. I was kind of concerned what's happening. Here I have just simple bracelet also. This one I wanted to have a focus. And again, I use a tube to hide my knot.
How pretty are those gold with that soft?
Yes, I love that.
I love
this purple,
that.
kind of a matte, lavender. On this one, I just wanted some beads, nothing in it. And for the knot, and I did that on several of them, I use a crimp cover. So you finish your knot, and I put the knot in the crimp cover, add a little of glue, and close the crimp cover.
Excellent.
And like I said, I hide everything. I thought flowers, I love flowers, with some gemstone also here.
That's beautiful.
They're very pretty. And here I use, again, I wanted something very small. So for beads that small, I didn't use the 0.8 millimeter, I used the 0.5 because they're very small. And I did 2 crimp cover. I think, yeah, I did 2 crimp cover because when I pulled, then I made too much space. I realized I had a little space in between my bead. So I didn't want that space, so
that's a great idea.
I didn't crimp cover.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, those crimp covers.
Because that happens sometimes,
it does.
right? It just gives just a little bit, and then you've got that little bit of a gap.
And sometimes it's okay on a big, with big beads, you don't mind, but when they're little, then you can see they kind of move, and I didn't like that. And then I did another palette, brown one.
Love those.
Really low. I know. I think a lot of people like the browns like that. Again, I used some check glass and some flowers, and this one I really love also. I used some gemstones and with some terracotta spacers. And on this one, I love because I wanted to use a lot of dangles, so I used some leaves here. I think those are leaves. Yes. And then I couldn't find a bead to hide my knot. So what I did is I did my knot here, but then I put 2 jump ring and I put some little charm.
Cute.
So the charm take your eyes away from the knot. This is the way how I felt. So you don't really see it.
Cute.
And then I wanted to use those little daggers. I thought they were really fun too. And again, didn't find a bead that will hide my knot, so I used 2 spacers, and the knot is right in the middle, but you cannot really see it. And I use a 0.5, so you can tie the knot really hard, and the knot gets really, really small. So then it can be hidden between the spacers.
So pretty.
And that works this way. So I love doing these, and yes, it's really fun. And then you did one thing special.
Yeah,
with the elasticity.
This is the Endless Loom, and you can do regular loomed pieces on this, and you can do wrapped bracelets on this, but you can also do stretch bracelets on this, like a woven like a loom, or on a loom. And so this is the piece I did. There will be instructions on how to do this in the design studio. And it was really fun.
Really? Okay.
The elastic is the warp cord, and then the weaving is done with regular thread.
So it's like a regular loom.
It is, pretty much, yeah. Nice. And then you have this endless piece. So, and then it's stretchy. So that was a lot of fun. Love that. Yes. And so the endless loom is neat. It comes in this nice little pouch, and Velcro. And then it has the different rods for different sizing. And when you work the loom, it adds some ease, and then little rubber bands that you use to hold the little rods on. The whole loom fits in this little pouch, and place for your tweezers if you want. And then it comes with really nice instruction on how to do regular loomed pieces, and then, like I said, you can do the wrap bracelets that way, and then the elastic. Now, the instruction is not in here on how to do the elastic, but we'll have that for you.
Okay, great.
Yeah, in the tutorial.
Great. So,
and that was a lot of fun.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah, I was wondering how can you do this?
Yeah.
Okay. That's really, this is what I like in elasticity is there is a kind of a new wave of what kind of new things you can do with that. And I had fun making a lot of stretch bracelets, and I think you did too.
We did. So fun to wear.
Yes, and we love those stacked bracelets. So those are quick, fun, and you can use whatever with those. So thank you, Cheri, for coming and showing us your creation. Thank you everyone for joining us today at Artbeads Cafe, and please subscribe to our email and newsletter, and you can see all our promotion and some more ideas. So, merci beaucoup. Au revoir. À bientôt.
Bye bye.